Yeah, for sure. And just having that cage out to kind of zone them away from a turret is just a lot for them, like in terms of pushing power. And also the Jinx combo. Jinx can shred turrets pretty quickly. So I don't know. I'm interested to see this matchup.
When we had that spectator delay happening right here as we wait out, the suspense is killing me to see what will potentially happen in this game.
Yeah, and both teams actually 3-2 right now. It's interesting because in Noxian Conference we have one team that's 4-1, one team that's 0-5, and then the rest of the teams are either 3-2 and 2-3. Well, not counting today, but leading up to today. So a lot of teams are actually like within the game of each other.
Everyone vying for the top 3 spot.
Yeah, and right now we have a 5-way tie for second place. So whoever wins this game actually will be in second.
Yeah, very interesting note that the Evelyn also opted to go for the Ignite instead of the Flash, because I've seen a lot of Evelyns do this where they opt to go for the invades to try to kill the enemy jungler with the Ignite, but I believe it's going to be pretty hard to do against Rek'Sai just because Rek'Sai will see you coming, no pun intended, with the Tremor Sense.
Yeah, Rek'Sai, one of the few champions that can actually see everyone walking around even while invisible. So
one of the better utility aspects about Rek'Sai and makes her such a very strong, still a good pick, despite all the nerfs that she's received to both her damage and her kit in general.
Yeah, and I don't know, Rek'Sai is a very good champion, and I feel like has a decent skill gap because it's really hard to play when you're tunneled and you don't have vision in front. You kind of have to utilize it takes a lot of adjustment just to get used to those tremors.
It's funny you mentioned that too, because there was one of the earlier nerfs that happened to her where they made her knockup, they shortened her knockup radius. It was one of those nerfs.
Yeah. So now she's more skillful than she used to be. Like, you have to be pretty good at her. It's not like a click and choose champion, kind of like Annie
or Warwick in that sense.
Or Warwick. But everyone loves Warwick. Yeah, this bot lane for Team Arbok into the Matrix subbing in on that Janna. Into the Matrix, very good AD carry for batch of ratchets. So let's see. He should be able to transition pretty smoothly to the support role.
And we are finally at low screen after this timer.
All right, so we have the ever so popular skin war. We have 3 skins right now for Team Sigh, and it looks like just one. We have to wait for Into the Matrix to load in. Could be 2 skins, but Team Sigh takes the edge.
I actually think that Veigar skin is pretty cool. I actually like how he looks.
Yeah. But the Rock Girl Tristana and the Ghost Bride Morgana, very good skins as well.
Could be the chroma too for the Rocket Girl.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway, in the do our player introductions for Team Sigh. Playing on the red side, we have in the top lane Frank on Gnar. The jungler is going to be Jodden on Rek'Sai. The mid lane is going to be Chocobear on Lulu. And the bot lane is going to be Ebe on Tristana and Eggland on Morgana. For Team Arbok, our top laner is NYC Tunes on that Scion. The jungle position is Oshiu Oshiru on Evelyn. Mid lane is going to be Skeptic Joe on Vigar. Bot lane is Crazy Chris 93 on Jinx and Enter the Matrix on Jaina.
So it seems it's going to be center lanes coming out here from Team Arbok, but that Team Sigh moving in S5, trying to get some vision down. Could be a potential invade, which they can do because they do have the Dark Binding, and this could be a potential kill. Binding does land.
Yeah.
Will this actually be a kill? The Ignite does come out on her, and that is first blood going over to Tristana.
Yeah, already not looking good. Oshiru ran the wrong way, went away from where the turret was, and that was an easy kill as the binding landed.
One thing to note that if you were walking alone right there, you have to always take into account that, hey, there is a chance the enemy team could be walking in S5. You should just, if you're not walking in S5 yourself, you just put a ward right there. Just walk away, because if they're going to walk there, you're going to see them. That's all you want to know, is that you want to know just where they are, and that's what the wards will tell you.
Yeah. We do have a lot of pinging here. Looks like standard lanes for now. NYC Tunes, is he going to do the jungle start and kill himself while taking a buff? Looks like he wants to take blue. I don't know if he's positioned right now around that blue.
See, I'm not sure about denying blue buff from your own jungler.
Yeah.
Because if he wanted to do that, it would have been better for him to just take an enemy red buff.
Yeah, that's what.
But it is going to be him just coming up to top lane. It doesn't go to do the neutral camp.
Yeah, I really like playing Scion and going for the buff steal. Because you definitely can steal a buff pretty easily. And you get so much pressure in your lane.
Of having either red or blue buff, depending on what side you are, right?
Yeah. Like, no matter what buff you get, you're going to have a lot of pressure.
Binding misses, and Explosive Shot does land on, but the Eye of the Storm shields some of the damage.
And Eggland is spotted by this ward here. It's going to take a lot of harass. Has to pop a health potion here.
Eating the biscuit they came out base with.
And it looks like the double jungle is ending right now. Nard gonna have to teleport back into lane, but has a couple of potion, has some, a pink ward, and not gonna really miss too much.
Very smart for him to get the pink ward. He is fighting versus the Evelyn jungle, so he has to be very wary of that.
Yeah. And yeah, so far, what do you think about these matchups? Who do you think has the advantage?
So, Vagar does lose earlier to the Lulu, but it comes to a point where his burst is just a little too much for her to handle, especially when it comes to the CC lock from the cage. But for the most part, even though he kind of loses early to her in terms of trading, it's okay. Just all he wants to do is just farm. Because all Vagar wants to just farm and just scale up onto late game. And it seems we're gonna have this gank happening right here, but Nard just hops away. It takes a little bit of damage though. As another fight happens in the bottom lane where Expulsion Shot happens onto the Jinx, but not that much damage.
Yeah, and Skeptic Joe taking down very low right now. Like you said, it was a very, very tough matchup for Vagar, especially early on, trying to get all that farm. Probably has to go back pretty soon. He is out of mana. And it looks like we might have a gank here. Skeptic Joe trying to set something up. It was a very obvious gank. Chocobear probably going to be okay here. Yes, doesn't have to blow any summoner spells to get away.
That was actually very smart to not walk into the cage for the stun effect. That was very good, just like walking right in the middle of it. Very smart play.
For sure. And Chocobear actually almost got the kill as Oshiru might actually die. Yeah, it does fall down, and here comes the gank from John. John's gonna hop on NYC Tunes, and that is the kill to Frank.
So we have 2 kills going over to Team Sigh over here, as there was a little overcommit on the dive from the Evelyn for the gank, and it's amazing when you think about it, just because the Evelyn still has access to the Ignite, so the Ignite could have been used onto the Lulu. It could have potentially landed in the kill.
And so we already have a pretty small lead. Frank really low right now. I don't know if he wants to stick around.
He has another health pot in him. He's looking to get as much farm as he can before he has to base back. Has this teleport up pretty soon, and the stun lands onto the Janna with the heal coming out, and she actually is gonna live. But Jinx trying to look to finish off the Morgana as the teleport is getting channeled onto a bottom lane, where it's actually a teleport from the Veigar right here, as Janna goes down to the Rex side for OQ damage. It's already 5 minutes into this game. We were already having everyone teleporting bot lane for the fights.
Yeah, just like the meta suggests you do. Just everyone go bot. Meanwhile, top lane, that was a canceled teleport by NYC Tunes, so both teleports down for the top laners, but he was able to take a little bit of damage onto that turret. He does have a sizable advantage in that top lane right now. About 10 CS.
But yeah, along with all the bloodshed that has happened thus far, is have some calm, you know, just everyone just farming for the CS.
Yeah.
Typical lane training here and there.
Oh man, that boomerang on the way back.
The Mega Nard transformation coming out. He does have the level 6, so he could go for an ulti, but it was best the last hitting.
Yeah, these both AD carries sitting at 1 kill and about the same CS. Pretty even matchup, and both very good into the late game. As Frank is going to take some harass. NYC Tunes trying to do his best to stop this matchup. Both of the top laners are about a third health or lower, as NYC Tunes has to blow another health potion. Here comes Oshiru. Actually, that was a very good pink ward placed by Frank.
Gets spotted by the pink, so has to take it out, as going very aggressively on the Jinx, but the Dark Binding misses, unfortunately, so not much more damage can come out.
And you want to have, like, just in general, you want to have pink wards on the map at all times, but especially against Evelyn and when you're in the landing phase.
Oh, we have the sound ult coming out, but misses and hits the wall.
Yeah.
We have the Rex side using the ult to come down to bottom. It could be a potential gank opportunity, or it could be a dragon attempt, but gets spotted by the ward and kills it, actually. Lulu coming down for a roam could be a potential 4-man dive, but it seems it's gonna be a play for the dragon. It's a very smart play for the dragon, actually, because you saw Evelyn was top lane, so you know she isn't gonna be able to be bot lane anytime soon, and Evelyn's actually doing her blue up right now, so this is gonna be a very easy dragon for Team Sigh right here. So since this is the first dragon being taken at roughly 9 minutes into the game, we have a potential 5th dragon coming out at the... well. This blue buff being transferred over.
It was very dangerous for Oshiru.
When transporting blue buff goes wrong.
Never want to see any casualties in that.
But yeah, it looks like it could be a potential 5th dragon at the 36-minute mark. Coming out for Team Arbok, they able to secure all the ones thereafter.
Yeah, with both teams having such hyper-scaling late game champions, AD carries, 5th Dragon will go a huge way just for those AD carries. Especially around the 36-37 minute mark if the game goes that long. Yeah, so far, Ibby is falling behind a little bit on CS, but that is kind of what you expect from Tristana. Um, famous words from Double Lift are, if you're not ahead by 30 CS on Tristana, you're losing.
I can agree with that. One of the weaker laners, but makes up for it with her safety.
Yeah. Actually, the E harass is really strong early on.
It is only, but you just need to land multiple hits to proc it, though.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not much if it's only 2, but there's a gank happening right here where he flashes the wall of stun, but the Rek'Sai flash knockoff happens as he gets ulted into a tower. Will this be enough damage to kill him? Red buff ticks and he falls to the Rek'Sai.
Yeah, Jordan did a really good job at flashing in front of the pain train just to disrupt it, and that pretty much secured the kill.
Yeah, it seems Rek'Sai is actually going to stay so that they can just push down the tier 1 tower as Tristana rocket jumps in, trying to finish off Janna as a fight happens in the mid lane too, with Veigar trying his best to kite away against the Lulu, and he goes down and Lulu gets a blue buff. Yeah. Dark Binding lands onto the Jinx, and this could be the end of Jinx right here with Dispelling Mute. Teleport comes in from the side as he tries to make a play onto the bottom lane, but his Q gets cancelled by the Rek'Sai knockup as the damage from the Jinx is coming out, and Gnar comes in as well, ready to turn the fight in the favor of his team. Will they be able to finish him off? That was another ult coming out, but no. But Morgana falls to Evelynn, who dodges the Gnar CC, and it seems that their health bars are so low, but they can't quite finish it just because of the safety of the tower.
And all those low health bars are looking really juicy for Tristana right now.
She has no mana though, not enough for E damage and rocket jump back after.
Because there's no way when I see two.
Probably not, just because Tristana doesn't have any AD items, so we won't be able to quite siege the tower just yet.
Actually, yeah, the turret does stand, and everyone backs off.
Sun does land. It's a bit of damage, but damage from Forest the early game where the Lulu has the dominance in the lane, just has the Glitter Lance poke and the shield and the ultimate to negate a lot of Veigar's burst damage early on.
Yeah. Looks like Oshioshiru is in prime position for a gank here. Throws down the cage. There's the ultimate down, and that is Chocobear does flash away, but a flash in return, and that is a kill over the Skeptic Joe.
Right, he goes for the flash for the Q, and then auto attacks to secure the kill.
Yeah, so far this is a very bloody match. Already 10 kills in only 13 minutes of play. This is like your standard solo queue game. As Eglin nearly hits them with the Dark Binding right here, but here comes the return attack from the rest of Team Arbok, and wow, Eglin took a super mega death rocket to the face, point blank range. And that was a very good win sec by Into the Matrix there. As we see these this wet noodle fight in the top lane right now. Frank actually,
Q does hit him for quite a bit of damage though. He's gonna have to do his best to kite away. Does not have access to Mega Gnar as he flashes the Sion ulti, and Sion takes couple of tower shots, and it seems that this could be the potential end for Sion right here as the Boomerang finishes off as another fight happening in the mid lane. And the fight happens in bot lane too, with the Soul Shackles coming out onto the Jinx with Dark Binding going onto the Jinx, followed by them playing their attention on Janna next, and she can dodge with Dark Binding. She might be able to live, but another fight happening right here where it's the same 2v1 on the middle lane with the combined burst damage from both Evelynn and Veigar just finishing off Lulu.
And just action happening everywhere across the map, and this will definitely be the first turret of the
Nowhere
game.
is safe on the Summoner's Rift.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned before, the second dragon is live and is going to be secured by Team Sigh, as they look to have Fifth Dragon as being one of their win-game conditions.
Okay, Super Mega Death Rocket just a little too early. We didn't have a wild turtle right there.
That would have been pretty funny if that happened.
But it's not wild turtle, that's why. It's just Crazy Chris 93.
Maybe next time.
Yeah. Yeah, so far, that top lane already 1-3 for that Scion, as opposed to Frank's 2-0. Does have that Black Cleaver, has a bit of armor, but not too much to be extremely tanky. Just kind of outplaying his lane counterpart. As Choco Bear once again is caught out, and that is the kill of Skeptic Joe. Jodin tried to save his mid laner, but could just way too much burst from that Veigar. Oh, actually, Jodin might go down. Actually, that is a kill. Skeptic Joe on a killing spree. Jodin got caught in the box there, and it's a pretty easy kill to Veigar. And mid turret actually going down. Looks like Into the Matrix going to be taking a lot of harass, but here comes a teleport from Scion. Or actually, not Scion, that is Skeptic Joe. Skeptic Joe going to do a lot of damage, and that is a shutdown onto Jinx. That's a lot of gold. That's going to be huge.
Gold is actually very, very even right now, along with the kills, but as I mentioned before, the 2 dragons for Team Sigh, this was going to secure the game for them, but a little burst damage coming out to Lulu, that's just not enough. Dark Binding does land, and they might be able to end this, but protection from Veigar and Jinx is there, as Narc trying to solo the Scion on the top lane. Will he be able to finish him off? The Boomerang does come out for a slow, and he'll be able to finish him off with the last auto attack.
And Frank has absolutely...
Ooh, the flash comes out from Lulu from the cage right there just to keep her alive.
Frank has complete control over that lane right now. Jodin manages to take out the mid turret. So right now, again, only 1 turret advantage for Team Sigh, but gold also just barely in favor of Team Sigh. It's a very close matchup, as you would expect from both 3 and 2 teams. As Eggland is going to take down really closely, but is going to dodge the Super Mega Death Rocket, and his buddy Ebby is there to save him. Looks like Evelynn cannot take her own red buff right now. Gonna have to back away.
So right now we have first items being completed already for each member of each team. We have Aegis being developed by the Rek'Sai. Tristana's still a little behind though, as the Avarice blade, and just finished the IE. So he's looking to scale a bit, and the burst does land. Oh, and has enough damage to finish off Morgana.
Yeah, this Veigar is getting really scary.
That Veigar ultimate is not a joke, especially with how scales off of both his AP and the AP of the opponent as well.
I'm surprised Egeland actually got caught there. Did have that black shield available, but was still stunned. It looks like a lot of action going to be happening soon around this this dragon. Dragon is about a minute away from respawning. So far, we do have a bit of a lull as we wait for Dragon to spawn in 30 seconds from now. Both teams still pretty even. Team side does have the advantage. Oshiro gonna dodge the Dark Binding there, as seems like we might have a huge fight in the next 30 or 40 seconds. Words being cleared out by both teams trying to set up vision. This would be Dragon number 3 for Team Sigh, which is going to be pivotal for setting up that late game. They do have position over Team Sigh, as all 5 members right now on Dragon. Cyan nowhere to be found.
Oh, but they all go off of the Dragon attempt to actually get the Jinx, who flashes away. What will they be able to do? Jinx is just doing a lot of long-range damage onto the Rek'Sai right here, as Rek'Sai gets blown back by the Janna, flashes away. Will Gnar be the one to actually die? But it seems that the staff does land along with the cage, and that Jinx getting excited, trying to look to do more damage onto the rest of the team. And this is going to be a Dragon secure for Team Arbok. Now, see, one thing to notice about those plays was that Team Sigh, they decided on just committing to the team fight as opposed to committing to the Dragon. Now, if I were them, it probably would have been a better idea to have committed for the Dragon, because that's your 3rd Dragon right there. And remember, you have your 5th Dragon coming up at the 36-minute mark. Something that happens prior to the 5th Dragon coming up, that's going to be one of your primary win conditions to win this game, and them not getting that 3rd Dragon is going to be very, very detrimental to them, because it seems that Team Arbok is doing whatever they can to just get back into the game, but the game is still very even though. It can go either way.
Yeah, for sure. And Team Side initially had the catch onto that Jinx. Jinx did a very good job getting away. Plus, the whole team disengaged properly, and Team Side just chased them way too far, and they punished it. They got punished for it.
But yeah, as I mentioned from the start of this game, was that Veigar loses earlier to Lulu just because Lulu has the poke and the protection against his burst damage, but he scales so well that comes to a point where she just can't do that anymore. And as you see right here, this is a 6-1 Veigar. He's really, really strong with a Theme Staff cap.
Yeah. And that is a majority of the damage for Team Arbok. 6 kills. So pretty much half of the gold just to Veigar from the kills. Whereas it's more spread out for Team Sigh, actually very spread out, as everyone has a kill besides the support, and everyone has the exact same amount besides the mid laner, which you kind of want on that Lulu. You want the rest of your team to get kills. So we are going to have a fight here. NYC Tunes is caught between 4 people right now, and that is the kill. Oshiro going to throw down the ultimate. Here comes the cage, and John is going to go down, and that is another kill in return. But here comes Frank. Frank gets the Gnar ult. Abe on the sideline is going to get blown up by Veigar, and that is huge. Both people getting caught out. Frank going down, and that is almost everyone. Triple kill to Veigar.
So one of the things you notice about Veigar is that these are the reasons why he is banned in a lot of occasions. Just look at the sheer burst damage that you can't really do anything about unless you have any type of match resist, where he just hits you with the R button and it's just so much single target burst damage. It's a very, very strong nuke. Can't really do much about it unless you have some type of magic resist. And even though the Rek'Sai does have the Aegis, just not enough magic resist. It's just so much damage coming from this 9-1 Veigar as the Rek'Sai tunnels behind them, trying to get a knockup on either Jinx or Veigar right now. And the knockup does land on the Veigar. He goes down to Tristana, who flashes forward and jumps onto the Jinx. Got the slow on her, and it seems this could be a potential Baron for the red team if they so decide to do it, with them walking over a lot of pink warriors. If they do decide to go for this Baron, it's a lot of vision that they're on, but if they do it, it's not much contention from Janna and Sion. So Sion might actually be able to kill Tristana just because of his passive.
Yeah. And they do have...
And it seems it's going to be a decision. Do the Baron buff. Veigar and Jinx are dead for 10 more seconds. Can they potentially secure this Baron for 10 seconds as... Oh, actually, Eva's up right now, and she's actually on her way walking over to the Baron as Sion and Janna are doing their best to deter them and the latest as best as they can, but they just don't really do much as the Soul Shackles come out and Janna tries to ult, but it doesn't quite matter as the Baron goes down to the red team, but the whole rest of Team Arbok comes in trying to fight to make sure they can't get away with this Baron buff in time. It'll be worth if they can just live with the Baron buff as Frank on the Nord, trying his best to run away, hops out of the cage to safety, misses the Q slow unfortunately, but it actually comes back and slows Janna. And it seems that they were able to live with 2 Baron buffs on their team.
Yep. And I don't not so worth. They lost a lot and they didn't secure the Baron quick enough. Janna and Sion did exactly what they're supposed to in that moment, as Ebby actually came really close to dying. Had to be ulted by Lulu just to survive.
But when you think about it, they lost 2 people. They lost 3 people to get 2 Baron buffs, and they also got the Baron global goal. So I think it was more worth for them on their part. But it seems that the siege is going to be going down for this tower right now, and Sion does get hit by the Dark Binding, but
oh wow, Sion taking that really low.
With the Rek'Sai knocking up Sion as she walks away. And they were able to defend their 2-2 tower just because of the Baron empowered minions.
And here, that's a good disengage. No one fell right there. Sion, despite being the tank.
Oh, Rek'Sai looking to tunnel forward, but Dragon is going to be up in 25 seconds.
Yeah, no one really in position except for I guess Gnar could go solo it, but doesn't look like that will be the case for now.
There are 2 teleports up for Team Sigh here.
Yeah, it looks like they're pretty content with trying to get this this mid lane tour. Actually, no, heading over to the Dragon Pit. And there's the farm alarm heading over to Dragon, right into the Dragon Pit, and this could be Dragon number 3 as they continue to get distracted. Gnar chasing down Evelynn right now.
He can actually go for the soul kill on her, actually. Has enough move speed and damage to catch up to her. The
and that is the jungler too.
Comes out and can't quite finish the job, but we have super minions approaching down mid lane, but super minions are going to lose out to these Baron empowered minions that Team Sigh still has access to, and they were able to secure that 3rd dragon, so we're looking at a potential 5th dragon coming out for them in the next 12 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a 40-minute 5th dragon, give or take.
And still incredibly even. Almost 30 minutes into this game. But most of the gold is actually in Veigar right now. If we look at the gold numbers, Veigar's sitting at 12,000 gold. That's more than anyone on Team Sigh right now. And the second closest to Veigar is Jinx from his team, sitting at about 11,000.
Well, that is true. The question does come, how do you kill the Veigar? Because Cage is still very strong self-peel, along with him having Janna on his team as well to help protect them. So it's going to be very, very difficult to do that. Along with the fact that Nard hasn't finished Matters. I'm just saying, only has the Spectre's Cowl, so Veigar still reasonably does a large amount of damage to each member of Team Sigh right now. As this, like I said, this is a siege we're talking about right here. The cage comes out as they like Jinx auto attack the tower, and they're just gonna wait for the next mini wave to come up so they could just rinse and repeat until they just kill the tower.
Yeah, and this is we'll see how this plays out because Tristana is holding off the mid lane. The inhibitor is back up, so looks like Team Arbok is redirecting their attention to that open inhibitor. And here we do have an engaged flash Barrow underneath, and Crazy Chris is going to be taken really low. That is a kill to Ibe. That's 1 kill. NYC Tunes going down to Choco Bear, and that is 2 kills, 3 kills to Ibe, and actually survives the ultimate. Wow, Team Sigh turning this game.
That was actually a very good team fight coming out from Team Sigh because Rek'Sai was able to get a 3-man knockup, followed up by Rhinar, who was already in Mega form, who was able to follow up with another 3-man knockup and ulti onto a wall of his own, and they were just able to clean up the job right there off of just all the potential AoE CC you have. You have AoE knockup from Rek'Sai, AoE stun and knockback from the Gnar, along with the Soul Shackles coming in from Morgana. It's just so much lockdown that they weren't able to do anything, but it seems that Team Sigh is potentially overstaying, but they're going to respect the pressure that the enemy team is providing, and they're just going to walk back as Baron is going to be live in the next minute and a half. As Sion is actually teleporting along with Veigar, and it seems they're looking to do a potential flank. Oh no, it's actually going to be an attempt to front door and destroy the inhib. With the teleport, they're trying to catch the people as they're trying to recall.
Yeah, this is actually a really good play by Team Arbok right now. Definitely caught them out. And Chocobear.
It seems that Veigar might actually be able to finish off the Lulu, but she flashes out the cage, so that seems that's not going to happen. And there's going to be an inhibitor for Team Arbok right here, and they can look to do a potential Baron in the next minute or so as Janna getting caught out by Gnar, who lands another boulder, but knockup does come out, so she's going to live.
He Nard Janna, tried to Gnar into the wall and just got clipped. Just slightly missed the wall there.
But yeah, we do have the Baron going to be live very, very shortly. It's going to be a very exciting way to see how each team is going to try to contest this Baron.
Yeah.
Gnar has the completed Banshee's Veil now, so he has that extra protection, but it's still in the matter of Tristana needs to get the Bloodthirsty act that she's going to optimally go for either QSS or Banshee's Veil next, because Veigar damage is a very, very real threat in these fights.
Both teams still incredibly even. This Baron is going to be huge for whoever can secure it. But right now, late game is definitely in favor of Team Arbok with the Sion and Veigar scaling. Well, technically infinitely scaling. And that Jinx very good in the super late game. Let's see how Team Sigh can handle that. Oh, Skeptic Joe actually is caught up here, and this actually begins the fight. Pain Train is going to go down, and that is nothing so far. Super Mega Death Rocket goes down. Skeptic Joe picks up the kill on Jordan, and here comes a kill onto Eglin from Crazy Chris. And that
looks like it's going to be a Baron for Team Arbok right here, as Dragon's going to be live in 30 seconds afterwards, and minions on bottom lane actually might have a chance of getting something out of this for Team Sigh right now. So let's look at those minions. Actually, there's a chance of them being able to do that, but they need to be able to do it quicker. Come on, minions, hustle. They do have this cannon minion. They might, let's see what happens. They actually might be able to get this for them.
Yeah, that cannon minion hero tanking up a lot of that damage.
That's unfortunate. No tower for them.
But that is a tower, however, for Team Arbok. With Baron, this could be one final push. See how Team Sigh plays this.
The cage does come out as it stuns Abe, who falls down to the Vanguard burst as he pulls his hourglass out to keep himself alive in the 4-man knockup from the sound, but Gnar gets exhausted but is still able to finish off Evelyn as he flashes away. And Jinx just finishes off with the massive crit damage that she does, and Dark Binding lands onto Janna, but there's 4 people alive on the side of Team Arbok right here, and they have 3 alive for Team Sigh, but their AD carry is still down, as it seems that Rek'Sai is looking for a last effort to protect their Nexus towers as they decide to finish off Sion, but he actually barely manages to live just because of the flash charges.
And that Jinx is doing an insane amount of damage right now. All those crits just eating people.
Oh,
and oh wow, the Super Mega Death Rocket from downtown. All the way from Westchester County.
It's very, very unfortunate that happened, because that's the 30-second death timer for Lulu, and this is the dragon that's live being taken by Team Arbok, which delays Team Sigh from their win condition of being able to achieve 5th dragon. Rek'Sai actually gets interrupted into her tunnel, and it seems that she's going to actually die, and she flashes over the wall, but it doesn't matter because that Veigar ultimate still does so much damage.
Yeah, Veigar right now is sitting at, let's see,
enough AP.
1,143 AP.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That is very right. 1,143 AP.
And
Balanced champion 2015.
just to give perspective, Q does 800 damage. W does 1,400 damage. The ultimate does 1,600 damage plus 80% of whoever he targets ability power.
1,600, wow. Look at that. Balanced champion 2015.
Yeah, this is probably going to be the last minute or two here, as Team Sigh is going to try and make a desperation defense right now. Sion focusing on the pink ward underneath the turret. Oh wow, Sion really low right now. This is their primary tank. Team Sigh successfully defended that wave. Looks like Team Sigh actually wants to try and fight here, as the Meganar does come out. Frank trying to find someone, as NYC Tunes is really low. Jotun also very low. The box comes out, and there's a flash away from Jotun. But here comes Team Sigh in quarter. Gnar catches Crazy Chris, but not much happening from it. And Skeptic Joe is on a rampage, and Crazy Chris also gets a kill. This is the cleaning. Almost ace. Choco Bear the only survivor, but that is 5 versus 1 right now, and this should be game as the first Nexus turret goes down. GG's start to come out.